Okay, I see it now.
What's going on, guys? We finally made it. We got had a lot going on this last past of a of a week. Glad that we're all here again. Sorry, hope you guys missed us.
Yeah, good, good.
Oh man,
How are you
but
doing tonight, guys? It's been a crazy, week now. Yeah, um, yeah. It's been a rough week, to say the least. And I appreciate everybody's support, um, especially Kenny Hanger 51. Appreciate him filling in for me and Dustin last Tuesday night. Sorry we couldn't do it, guys. Just didn't feel right. Um, I don't know if anybody knows. I think Kenny knew a little bit, but I lost my stepdad of 47 years last Monday afternoon, and also my son was severely injured on his bicycle last Monday at 5 o'clock, um, to the point that we had to get him to the emergency room in an ambulance. Um, so they're saying they can't hear me, Dustin. So I don't know what's going on. Um, but anyway, we got him to the ER in the ambulance, and he had a gaping hole about this big in his inner thigh, approximately an inch from his testicles, which was very scary. And we were there from 5 o'clock until 1 o'clock in the morning, practically. Thinking plastic surgery, skin grafts, things like that. Um, Fortunately, it didn't happen. They were able to sew him up, but it wasn't pretty. He went back to the doctor today. Still has stitches for another week or so. They're not ready to take him out yet. So yeah, just it's been rough. And then, like I said, with my stepdad dying, and the funeral was Thursday, and then on Tuesday last week, I had two very dear clients of mine. One lost a loved one, her husband, and due to mental illness, and then another client died of cancer. So um, it's just been a rough week. But I'm actually glad to be back here with you guys tonight. As you see, I've done a little bit of flying. Saturday, we had a beautiful day here. I was able to get out, clear my head, fly some planes. I got the MiG Maidens. Um, Also, my friend Brian flew his OV-10 Bronco and did a phenomenal job. I was very proud of him, and hopefully tonight we can show a little bit of that video from both of those. But I appreciate Kenny very much. Kenny, I see you in there, buddy. Thank you so much. Prayers to you, man. Thank you so much for letting people know and supporting me. I'd like to say thank you to Joseph Youngblood, who also hit me up on PayPal. Joseph, you did not have to do that. And what I want to do, guys, I talked about this with my wife. Um, the EMTs were so good to my son on the scene last Monday. Um, we want to take the money that you guys gave us and with PayPal, and we want to donate that to our local, which is about a mile down the road, our local EMS and our fire department, because these are our first responders, guys. And I'm gonna tell you what, we got lucky. If this had hit my son's femoral artery, he'd bled out. There's no question, but it didn't. But they got here quickly within minutes, um, and got him on the ambulance and got him to the ER. So um, I just appreciate you guys, and I want to donate this to the EMS here. And when I do that, I want to get pictures of the EMTs that came to the scene. It was a guy and a girl. They did a great job, and I will post that on my channel and let all you guys know that I appreciate that very much because that was very nice of you. So thank you for that. And now let's get on to some airplanes. So anyway, this was the highlight right here, guys. That is a sweetheart, Dustin. You need to get it, man. That is. If you like the free wing
Look,
A10, guys, and Dustin, let me just tell you, buddy. This plane to me flies just as good. Has some of the actually landed better to me, easier.
Don't you
Um,
dare say it. Don't you dare say it. What I think you're about to
Dustin,
say.
I'm telling you, man, you need to get one. It's an incredible, incredible jet, man. And I didn't even turn on my gyro, man. I mean, that's what was so weird. I got down on the ground and I thought, damn, I didn't even turn on my gyro, and it flew that well. Uh, so yeah, you definitely, yeah, Big 29. That's right, baby, Big 29. What's up, buddy? Um, so yeah, it's a dream boat, man, guys. I can't say anything negative about it. I know some guys have had some issues with it, but yeah, it's great, great. Dustin, I wish you would definitely get you one, man, because you love it.
Yeah, it's that whole time thing. Uh, Especially right now. So we're pouring concrete. Well, we had concrete poured over the past 2 days at the shop. And tomorrow we start running electrical, which means I get to start running air. And then one of our bigger machines went down, so I was out there fixing it. And Dad knows it's kind of serious when I say, hey, let me get that American Express card. Let me get that black American Express card. I'm kidding.
Don't leave home without it.
It's gold.
Yes.
But I'm like, let's just say, well, and I found out that the guys weren't maintaining the machine like they should have, so I kicked their butts off that machine and made them work on the other, make them work using the other machine, our first machine, our first shear line. It's all manual, so it's a lot harder work as like a form of punishment. And so they worked that one for the rest of the day. And Dad's like, "You're the manager of the fab shop. Run it how you want it."
Sure.
So then the day, as I'm figuring out what parts and stuff I need, getting them from a Mastercard and what have you, the next day I was like, all right, well, we're cleaning this whole machine to like as if it was brand new. And I was out there with them doing it because I'm not gonna ask somebody to do something that I wouldn't do. That's, in my opinion, poor leadership. So we got it done, and it works beautiful and looks beautiful.
What up, Dave Marshall? And yes, George Watts, I did plug directly into the receiver with the Y harness supplied with the servos. I did do that just
Did we
for.
ever get any confirmation about that? I remember that was a hot topic.
Yeah, that's why George Watts said he asked Motion,
Hmm.
and they said plug directly into the receiver. And that's, yeah, I just went ahead and did that, and I'm glad I did.
Right.
Also, I'll tell you something else, guys. I did several mods. Of course, I lit up the cockpit, the HUD. But I moved the blue box and the piece of balsa back as far as it would go to where it starts to round on the phone. So I've got it as far back as it would go so I could get my receiver up there in the center as well. So move the blue box and balsa back, and that gave plenty of room for my receiver. The next thing that I did, and it's just from reading like Victor Shamulis, a lot of you guys stuff. I mean, this is what makes this community great. I went in and I did 2 millimeters of up reflex on the ailerons and the flaps, and I originally had my elevator set to 4 millimeters of up. Okay, well, and the book only calls for 1. Well, reading all you guys post and listening to you guys, when you put the reflex in the wing surfaces, you can now go back to your neutral on your elevator, and because it takes the stress off the elevator in keeping the plane flying properly. And so I listened to you guys, and that's what I did. I put in 2 millimeters up reflex on the wing surfaces. I went back to 1 millimeter on the elevator per the manual, flew in mid rates, and when I took off, she wanted to go up, so I kind of trimmed down a few clicks. Then it wanted to go down a little bit much, so then I clicked up a couple of trims up. Boom, perfect. And then I did a couple of clicks of left. Perfect. Other than that, that was it. I mean, and it flew incredibly well. And then when I landed, I realized I didn't even turn on my gyro and try it out. I was like, wow. And most guys are flying this thing. Most guys are flying this thing on low rates. And yes, I will say mid rates was a little bit, but at the end of the day, I would probably like low rates because it's more, I think I could get it more scale. And I can't wait to try it with the gyro to see how it locks it in. but I mean, I like a gyro. What can I say?
Right,
Um,
right.
but and I fly 30% expo, and everything else is set up per this manual as far as rates. Um, and it just did, yeah, it just did a great job, and I was very pleased with it. And I can't complain a bit with anything. I'm ready to fly it again. I mean, it's just it's awesome. So yeah,
Sweet. Awesome, man.
and it's also got the Guniac fiery booties in it, and I've also got 4 Nerf whistles. So the sound that you guys heard in the video, which, like I said, Dustin, at some point, if you can pull it up. But yeah, Guniac, that pass that came right at me with the cameraman, the hat cam. But let me tell you, man, that was smoking hot. And then there was another one when it flew over my head, and I put in the video. Wow, that sounds awesome. It sounded like a real jet flying overhead. I was amazed even at the sound of that. Um, but yeah, it's a great jet. I highly recommend it to any of you guys that are into the bigger stuff. And if you like the Free Wing A10, then you will definitely love this MiG 29, guys. Or as Ryan says, the Big 29.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, she's awesome. She's awesome, no doubt, and did great on grass. I mean, that's another thing you can't ask for better. You know?
Now I've seen a lot of the guys' videos, and I haven't seen any mishaps. Granted, of course, I'm not looking for them because I hate to see that type of uh, tragedy, right, for anybody
Yeah, yeah,
in it. But I got yours in the queue. I saw John VHRC, pretty
yeah,
windy, but he wasn't running a gyro, and it still felt like
yeah.
very very stable. I mean, again, probably
It
because
is,
of
man.
the weight and the size of it,
Yeah.
um,
That's
less
why I say,
drag.
I mean, I forgot to turn my gyro on, man, and when I landed, I was like, wow, I can't imagine how much more solid it'll get with a gyro turned on because it was pretty daggone rock solid without it. So
Hmm.
it's going to be interesting to see. What's up, Mr. Bledsoe? David, how you
What's
doing,
up,
buddy?
buddy?
F-18's looking awesome, man.
And David Schneider.
Yes, all you guys, man. Thank you for being here tonight. It's got a good crowd.
Hmm.
Mr.
Always,
Shadow
we always got a
Ops.
good crowd.
Oh yeah, man. I appreciate all you
Mr.
guys' support.
Folly and Randy.
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
And I tell you what, guys. I think I don't know how several of you have watched the video of my friend's BVM talking about Bledsoe's BVM F-18. Well, my friend
Yeah.
brought out his BVM F-16 Arctic Camo this weekend to test and tune. And let me tell you something, guys. You talk about instant swing. Yeah, I mean, I'm grinning and it ain't even mine. I can't imagine. That jet, I'm telling you guys, that jet is
Look,
incredible.
I
You
ain't gonna
know,
lie. When I watched the video, I I I was under the impression because I didn't read the damn title, like he was gonna fly it, and I'm sitting there
yeah,
like, all right, he's just prepping. He goes, runs down, turns around, runs back. I'm like,
yeah,
what the heck? Where's he find it? Then I read the title, I was like, oh, testing, man.
yeah. Well, Brian is super funny, man, and he don't fly nothing. You know, he's got the BVM Desert Camo F-18. He's got 2 Bobcats, and he's got this one. And let me tell you, he doesn't fly anything until he's damn sure it's dialed in and everything's right.
Right, right.
And so
I
that
can
was just a
respect that.
test and tune. Yeah, that was a test and tune. But I'm telling you, man, that thing is big. That blows his F-18 out of the water as far as size. It was 64 inches from wingtip to wingtip and 96 inches long, guys. That thing is massive. And
It was
if you watch
bad.
if you watch the video and the gear and you see the King Tech, he's got a King Tech. He said is way overpowered, but hey, he'd rather have that than not. Yeah, she was ready to fly, and he said if he'd have turned the flaperons on, she would have definitely come off the ground. He never even put the flaperons in because he was just wanting to run down. So yeah, it's a 1/6 scale is what it is, David. Because I actually asked him about that. It's a 1/6 scale. So it's a big jet, man. And pictures don't even do it any justice. I mean, it's the biggest one that I've been exposed to at our field. And man, there ain't nothing like the smell of that jet fuel. Let me tell you, bud, it's just
Oh yeah.
wow. Um,
I prefer the
yeah,
smell of kerosene over. I know some guys will run diesel.
Yeah.
I prefer I love a diesel engine, and mine's deleted.
Okay. All right. Let me see if I can. Let me see. Eric's wanting me to put. I don't know if I can here, man. I'm still new to all this stuff, man.
What's it want to do?
He said something about PayPal, man, and I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. I don't have a clue. Share it. Copy. All right. Let me see if this will do it, Eric, because I just don't have a clue, man. Paste. All right. That should be it. So that's all I know, man. That's how I just pasted it from my actual PayPal. So that would be it, I guess. I know Kenny found it the other night, and Mr. Joseph Youngblood. So thank you guys very much. And like I said, I'll be donating that to our local EMS. So I just appreciate the service they gave my son. And I thank you guys for your support as well. Um, but yeah, and so the BBM was awesome. And then, on top of all of it, guys, to wrap up everything, my friend Brian, as you guys know, my pilot in training, my buddy. We built his OV10 Bronco, and he was very excited about it. And he flew it by himself, guys, and did a fantastic job. Landed it incredibly well. So I know you guys saw the video. So I was so proud of him for that because he was nervous. But he's flying the model that he got from you, Dustin, incredibly well. And I
Good,
flew
glad
the
to hear it.
yeah, I flew the OV10 a couple of times for him and got it trimmed in and everything, and then he flew it and just did a phenomenal job with it and landed it great. So I'm very proud of him, guys. So and thank you so much to everyone for all of the support that you guys give him. He goes a long way, and he really enjoys reading your comments and just is very appreciative to all of you guys for watching his videos and supporting him as am I. So thank you so much for that.
That's what's up. So yeah, so he's getting Sorry, I was reading the chat right when I was like, "Myth thought it can't do two things at once." So I'm glad to see that he's getting the safe winged out of him, right? He's getting away from it, and just as long as he is understanding that, hey, it's just there as a plan B or C, as well for that. But I mean I know everybody, like, they've got their people that didn't get their MiG. Now they're griping. At least that's the post I've been seeing. Is when is the griping gonna ship out? Ooh, what does the U.S. get theirs first than Europe? Apparently somebody didn't pay attention to geography class. I don't know, in the 7th grade. Man, I don't know what it is, but those, excuse my language, but those posts really kind of chap my ass. Because I'm just like, really? Like, because you complaining about it is really going to speed the process up. I think it's more of like an attention type thing. I don't know.
Well, from what I was gathering from it, a lot of them were saying that they prepay just like everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
and then they have to wait. So if everybody prepays at the same time of a pre-order, why not wait until they get them for everybody so that everybody kind of gets them and they can all debut and show their planes at the same time? And I get it. I can't sit here and say I don't. I mean, I guess we have different opinions on that. I mean, and yeah, we know the geography of it, but at the same time, it's one of those things where if they're prepaying the same day you are because the plane just came out today and they want to get in on the pre-order, it's kind of sad that they give their money the same day you do, but you get yours a month sooner than they do. I mean, I'm looking at it as devil's advocate, man. I'm sorry. I might be kind of pissy about it too. I mean, it's kind of one of the things. If you're going to send them to everybody, then wait till everybody can get them at the same kind of time. I mean,
Bledsoe goes, maybe they're just maybe we should see the humor in Grippin about the Grippin. And I should send Motion an angry email right now. I mean, look, I, I, I get, I honestly, I get your point of view, but if the shoe was on the other foot, and you're like, hey man, you can go ahead and get this plane now, like,
Oh, I'm
and
glad to get mine. Don't get
hell,
me
I
wrong.
mean, hell yeah, you
Glad,
feel like,
glad.
nah, I want mine now.
I mean,
If you got it, you can get it to me now. Bring it on over, shortcake.
yeah. But I
So,
mean, you can kind of see, I guess, where you're coming from. If you're gonna, if they're gonna pay the same day you do that it debuts,
yeah,
then wait until everybody can kind of get theirs at the same time, I guess, because that way they get to show a new plane before everybody over here does. Because by the time they get to show a new plane, it's kind of an old shoe.
yeah.
You follow what I'm
No,
saying?
I
I mean,
get you. I get you as far as that goes. But it's like Australia. Australia gets
yep,
their
yeah,
planes before anybody else as far as out of the Asian continent goes.
yeah.
But I mean, it's like, hey,
Brent,
look, there's two options: deal with it or move. As silly as that may
yeah.
sound, right?
Well, I mean, like I say, it's I kind of get where they're coming from, but at the end of the day, I don't want mine to be held up. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Um, so you got Mr. Brendan McCormick in the house just playing crazy, guys. He's working on some cool stuff too. He's working on the A10
Hmm.
that a buddy gave him. That's going to look real nice. Can't wait to see
Indeed,
that finish,
indeed.
man.
Hope your
Yeah,
hope your back's doing well. Hope that's healing up. I remember
yeah,
my
that's
dad, he had to
fantastic.
get. And if Brandon, if you want to sell it, you can. I'm not going to tell your business, but my dad had to get neck surgery. This has been a few years ago, probably about 7 years, 8 years ago, where he had to get three vertebrae fused together. But instead of going through the back like the old way, they went through the front.
Oof.
And I'm
Yeah, I've heard of
like, and the doctor's like, no, that's a better faster healing process and less trauma to the body. And you're saying like you got to walk around like the esophagus, the muscles, the
that.
arteries, and like go to the back. He goes, yeah, absolutely. And he showed us some
Yeah.
pictures like the ones you sent of your boy.
Yeah.
Um, but that was pretty crazy. The only funny thing is he looked like he was um, from the original Batman. Oh gosh, what's his name? Who played the original um, uh,
Wait, what was his name? What did,
back in the '80s?
yeah, I know who you're talking about, but Michael Keaton.
Yes, Michael Keaton, where he's in the full latex suit, and so
Yeah,
he couldn't turn. He had to like turn his whole body because he can't turn his neck.
damn.
The first few days really got him though, because he just you know you have to get used to it. Like, hey, I can't turn my neck. I've got to turn my body, my upper body,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
in it. But
yeah.
yeah, Michael Keaton. They cut a disc out, go through the belly, push all the.
Mm.
Did they put the Oreo cookie in milk first? Was it 2% milk? Was it fat-free milk? Was it almond milk? Was it booby milk?
Anyhow, it won't no
Oh,
damn fun.
hey,
Can
I
imagine.
got. Speaking of booby milk, so Abby, my daughter, right? We have Mickey Mouse sitting on the counter as a Halloween decoration, right? And she points at it and goes, "Mama." And keeps pointing and goes, "Mama." And I looked at Abby and goes, "Where's Booby?" And she points at Ashley. She points at my wife.
Lord.
And so the joke, like my parents came over and went out to dinner. I'd be like, Abby, just out of nowhere, I'd be like, Abby, where's Booby? And she'll
Mm.
look around and she'll look right at Ashley. She points at Ashley, my wife, and then looks at me. She goes, Booby.
Damn. God.
She really doesn't really call her. I mean, she does call her mom, but it's more
Don't ask
so
G.
that
Don't ask GB. Don't ask.
What did he ask?
Oh, oh yeah. We're just going south again here. Okay.
Wait,
So,
GB has something? GB's here?
oh man, I'm just telling. He's probably going, "What the hell is he talking about?" He just came in. Um, so yeah, like I said, he's probably going, "What the hell?" Um, oh, hope you're doing good tonight, buddy.
And happy birthday to Kenny. Yesterday was his
Yes,
birthday.
Kenny. Happy birthday, Kenny. And
He hit puberty.
oh Lord, I
I'm kidding.
hear you. What's up, Raymond? How are you, buddy? Good to see you tonight, man. Glad to have you in the house. Might need to wrench that man. Um, but yeah, you got former man Rose is in the house. Hope you're doing well,
What
buddy.
Brendan said.
What do you say?
He said that when his wife was pregnant, he hopped in the bed with an empty glass and a bag of Oreos. He's like, I think I slept on the couch that night.
Damn, Lord. Oh God.
Oh, that's so funny. That is so daggone funny.
Oh, so what you got? What you got to pull up, man? Pull up, like I said, either pull up something. Pull up the video. That damn either Brian or something, man. Put up something here. Um, what's up, RC Addict? How are you tonight, buddy? Good to have you here. Thank you for coming by tonight. Um,
Wow, why is that so, hmm. I do not know why that is so, like, zoomed out like that. That makes no sense. But what
something.
ifs?
Mhm.
How hard was it to put on that decal on the tail?
It wasn't hard, man. I mean, I like water slides, so it was easy to me, man. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I like water slides and putting them on better than really anything because you can move them around and kind of position them. And a lot of it's prepping the foam with water more so than anything and keeping a water bottle handy and, just
29.
really, it wasn't hard. If you keep the paper behind it, slide the paper out
Right.
as you do
Oh, look,
things.
there's some termite heels. Or fire heels.
Oh, yeah.
Take off flap.
Yeah. Tell you what, though, man, well, the grass hadn't actually been
Hey,
cut
Mickey.
that day. Mr. Frank has been recovering from a little bit of surgery. So yeah, hopefully the grass will be cut this weekend, and it'll be sweet. But even like it is, it won't bad. And my wife was actually filming. I had the hat cam on. My wife was filming. Another person was filming because I did not want to miss anything. And 90% of this is her video. But yeah, that low pass, man, that was everything, bud. When it come humming by like that, and the hat cam, thank God, is what caught it because it was so fast, everybody else lost it. So I was like, damn, I'm glad I had my hat cam on. But it came right at me, man. I was like, damn, when it came out, I was like, I almost felt like I had to kind of lean back when it came by. It was booking it, man. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was wonderful. No complaints whatsoever. And the sound of this thing is just incredible. And like I said, I got 4 Nerf whistles in it. As a guy I got from him, these are awesome. And I got a whole bunch of them. And he 3D printed those, as a matter of fact, and they were great. And I got them in all my stuff practically, but they sound really great. And I don't know if any of you guys have seen Skip Built's latest video with the ESS Sense 1 sound system in his MiG, which I have in some of my prop planes. Dustin, I think you heard.
Is that that's the Banggood one, right?
Yeah, $70, guys. Let me tell you, Skip put it in the MiG. It sounds awesome. I'm gonna just tell you.
So is that just the engines like spooling up? Is that what the sounds are?
And you can do 2 different engines, and you can do 2 different gun sounds or missile drops or whatever. So yeah, and it's all free. You program it, stick it in the what do you call it? The thing you plug in your dongle, and then you download it. It's free, and then you send it to the amplifier that comes with the kit, and you're set, man. So yeah, you go on their website and pick what sounds you want. Awesome. But yeah, shooting right there. That was it right there, man. That was getting it, buddy.
Right on, Randy.
Love it. Yeah, this guys, I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed with this one.
Look, if we could find an app where you could reach through the phone and choke somebody, all these
Yeah.
people that text me about the damn election, oh,
Hmm.
I'd do it in a heartbeat and sleep like a baby.
There's that sound.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Hmm. I'm telling you guys, it sounds great. Yeah, I saw your video on that, Brendan, about upgrading your linkage. That looked really, really nice, man. I definitely was thinking about doing that as well. Um, that was a good mod, man. I like that. I'd like to have landed a little softer.
Look at your wife out there getting the superstar.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, bud. Thank God she helps me with all this stuff because
She's a
it's a lot.
visionary.
It's a lot to do, man. Yeah, and she sees things. So yeah, it helps me tremendously. And yeah, I really do wish the landing was a little better. That was with no gyro, and first time landing it, I kind of, she likes to float. I will say that. But yeah, I'll land it right in front of me next time because now I know where I need to be when I come in for my initial base leg. I know how route I need to be now.
Yeah, because it looks like you're coming in pretty. You're coming kind of hot and leveled off the bleed.
Well, I didn't want it
speed.
to drop. I didn't want it to
Right. Well, that's
know
what
what I
happened
mean?
with me and my MiG.
Yeah, so I had full
Not
flaps
MiG, Mirage.
I had full flaps in, and I kept bleeping the throttle. You know what I mean? Because I could listen to the Nerf whistles as well. That's why I like Nerf whistles, guys, because at a certain speed, I can hear those whistles on my A10, on other jets that I have, and I know how much power I've got, and it helps me because I really tune in to listening to my whistles. So
Yeah.
for me, I love them. What's up, Mickey? Appreciate it, buddy.
I'm showing you
Um,
the CG for me.
But yeah,
I'm at 150.
it's an awesome jet, guys. I can't wait to get the this one here, Dustin. I've got my servos, my servo programmer. The only thing I have not gotten yet is my wheels. Nobody has them in stock. That's why I was texting you about them the other day.
But I didn't go by my. I did not go by my grandpa's house. Tomorrow will be, so I can measure them then. But I thought I was gonna go by there on Monday.
Great.
And if there's another jet that I could cross-reference instead of the Super Scorpion, that's fine too. I'd be nice if something like the L39 wheels would work or something, as far as because they got the bearings and everything.
Yeah. Well, the ones you have will work fine because your grass is so low. But like at my field, the grass is. It can get pretty lanky. Like for what you got, man, that'd be fine. I'd be kind of curious if the MiG 29 fits.
Huh.
I don't know if they're bearings. I'd imagine they'd be because the plane's so heavy or so a little heavy and big.
But
Yeah.
again, guys,
I'll have to look at that. It's actually in my trailer right now.
With 2 millimeters of
I also
reflex
painted my
on each
missiles
one of these,
red, and you
flexors.
guys can see in the video my CG with the 6,000 HRBs and the receiver placement as well.
There you go. There's red tips.
Yeah, and when I painted the whole missiles red except
Oh, you
for
did?
the fins. Yeah, the fins are white, showing the reflex here. But yeah, I had my top battery even with the wood balsa tray. And like I said, and these photographs are ones that my wife took that afternoon at the field. The sun was setting. It was getting dark or I'd have done another flight. But she did a phenomenal job. You can see the fiery booties in there. But yeah, beautiful pictures. There's a little smoke in the sky behind us. So yeah, I appreciate all her help on that as well because she did a fantastic job with the pictures and everything. So yeah, I'm ready to fly it again, man. I'm itching, ready to go. I did do 100. The book calls for 140 millimeters aft of the leading edge in this area right here. Well, I did 150. And to give you a general idea, guys, um, if you fill up under the wing where the CG spot is, that's at 140. If you put about the width of your finger from that spot back aft, that would be about 150 to the outer edge of the other side of your finger. That's where I put my CG, and I pick it up and I can hold it, and it sits very nice. Um, and yeah, so I can't complain a bit with that as far as how that worked out for me. And trying to think, I'm trying to remember the guy's name that I got the whistles from. Let me go back to my messenger and I'll see if I can't find that for you guys, because he did a fantastic job on these whistles. And he sent me the long ones. These are the longer ones. And then these are the shorter ones, and they both have a different tone. Let me see if I can find his name. Let's see, because he really did a great job on those.
I see, is Brian here tonight? I haven't seen him.
Brian Brody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't tonight or not. I told him he better bring his butt in here tonight because I was going to be putting his video up. Here's his name, guys. His name, you can find him on Messenger, guys, and his Messenger or Facebook is Brian Clem, Klem. And please tell him that I told you to reach out to him. I was trying to see if he has a YouTube, and let's see. Let's see. There's another way. Okay, so Brian K Mav Pro is his YouTube name. Brian K Mav Pro, MAVPRO. Is his YouTube channel. And Dana's RC's got a question, Dustin. What is that? You see it?
Hold on, I was texting Shay. Dana. I feel like I should just listen and not bother chatting when I come here. Why not? Dana. I don't see Dana asking a question. I feel like I should just listen and not bother chatting. Hey, Hamilton.
All right, so there's a link for the Nerf whistles, guys. Definitely check him out, Brian Clem. And let him know Jeff sent you. But he does a great job on these Nerf whistles, and they're very reasonably priced. So yeah, you can't beat it. What question did Dana RC have?
Cody. Hey, buddy. I don't see a question. It was more of a statement, I believe. At least that's how I read it. If I'm wrong, I apologize.
Well, I mean, I see where he asked Shadow a question, so I'm sorry, Dana, if we didn't see your question, buddy. I'd love to answer it for you. I'm looking for your question.
Dave, Air Marshal.
It's moving pretty quick though, but I'm backing up to see it. And Dana, I don't see. I appreciate it, Dana. I see where you said we mean so much to you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So
if you got another question, buddy, please feel free to ask it. Hey, Cody, what's up, buddy? Man, good to see you, dude.
Which plane's next?
For me,
Yeah, for you.
I don't know, man. I kind of want to fly this A10 here, and then I want to get this SU up and going too. And then I've got my AL-37. So yeah, yeah, I got a lot of stuff I'd like to get going and done. And Cody said he got his instrumentation rating today. Awesome, man. Good job, buddy. So when you gonna come down here and fly with us, man? I keep asking you this. You're not far away. You can pick Dustin up on the way. Y'all come on down here. All right. Um, we'll have a good old time, man. I'm telling you, buddy. We'll have a great time. So yeah,
Hey, Marshall, you got any updates on the gig? I haven't talked to him in a while. I texted you and haven't heard back from you. Lord have mercy. I think that was last week. But I can't say much because I'm terrible at texting people back as well. That is right, hobby life. Hamilton is crushing it. And Cody, what's the status with flight training? Have they put that on hold because of COVID?
he said we need to get up with Control Tower. He can't get away. Well, we'll get up with Control Tower, man, and get him come. You need to come on down here, man.
You just not you just don't need to tell Control Tower or ask Control Tower for permission to take off. You just need to do it.
That's right. Come on down. Moving into commercial phase. I hear you, buddy. That's awesome. That's excellent, man. Congratulations, dude.
Wait, what's my area of expertise? I'm kind of afraid to ask. Oh, do you do any work with a metal lathe? CNC lathe. L90 pin. Raji, if you're talking about the pin that goes into the servo that your strut attaches to, just get you some drill rod from a Mastercar, or just find you a drill bit of the same size, and just cut it off and use that shaft or shank as your pin.
I tell you what, Dustin, I mean, talking about that, I watched a good video. I don't know if you've seen it. I think it was David Schneider. Did you see it where he put up the E-Flight shafts and he cut them off? That's great, man.
Yeah, that was really slick.
Yes, very good, David. Very impressed by that. And yeah, they're not going to break. So that was a good tip for any of you guys. If you get some of those E-Flight shafts and then cut them off and then do your flat spots for your F4, A10, and there was something else. There were several planes that he said that worked for. So
Michael,
yeah.
what plane is this for? I mean, that's high speed steel. I mean that's it bends before it breaks, but it has good elasticity memory. I'm curious when somebody's going to get that new FMS Corsair and compare it to Flatlines. I'm really curious to hear about that guy. What do you guys think about that?
I love my Flightline, man. I'd love to put them side by side. I'd love to fly the FMS and just see, because that Flightline of mine is hard to beat. I can tell you, that's one of my favorite flying planes. So is the P-50. I mean the Spitfire. It's a great flying plane as well. And yes, Cody, we would love to have you back at Horizon, man. Please. Yes.
Oh, Rich flew today? Cool.
Yeah, it's a beautiful plane, but I tell you, I mean, like I said, I love my Flightline Corsair, man. I mean, that's one of my favorites in my fleet, just to get out there and it's got the sound system and just to tool around and fly. It's just a I can fly it on
Hmm.
6,000s, 5,000s. What's up, Hamilton's Hangar? Yes, you can hear those whistles, man. They sound great. I love them, man. Um, And I tell you where I put them, man, and they were really easy to install. You know the hatch that you take off the bottom to get to your EDF? Take that hatch out and go back, as far as you can past the fan. And I put them right in there, and I took a drill bit and just kind of turned it and make the diameter of the whistles as deep as, for the length I could. And then put them right in there and put a little bit of foam tack in and flushed them in, man. Right behind the fan, bud. Right where the music happens. And,
Where the
yeah,
music happens, I like that.
yeah, man. And look, dude, it's tuned in, man. It just sounds so good. It sounds really good.
So, what about what's your thoughts on the new radios from Spectrum?
Well, I mean, I don't know, man. It's kind of one of those things where, I'd love to have the 12 just because of the touch screen and the Wi-Fi and all this and that. But and then the new 10 that they've got. Well, I'm thinking, well, why would I buy the 10 if I could just step up to the 12? And then I ask myself, why would I buy the 12 if I could just go ahead and get the 20?
Right.
Uh, and then you're there, you're done, and. I know a lot of you guys, Victor Shameless, Dave Marshall, a lot of you guys, Mary Boozer, they have the 12 and they're very happy with it. And so I'm thinking, okay, so why buy the 20? But then you hear other guys say, well, the 20's 2 to 3 times faster, the processor's faster, everybody likes more speed. I don't know. I'm just so torn, but yet
That's
I
cool,
don't know that
Mickey.
I would
No
buy.
worries.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I wish Horizon would send me the 10 and let me see. That would be great. Um, and let me check it out because that way I'd know what I could do. Um,
Yeah,
and
because
what.
even Hobby Life, he's saying that his is Android based because he's got the 12, and it drives him bonkers.
Yeah, and I mean, so that's why I say it's one of those things where I don't know. It's kind of like why buy the 12 if you can just step up to the 20? Spend a
Hmm.
little money, get it done. So yeah, I'm just not sure. And Dana's RC was asking, basically what we were just talking about as far as the Corsair goes, the difference in the FMS and the Flightline. And I can't actually compare the FMS. I know the Flightline is a phenomenal airplane, hard to beat, super scale, um, and just excellent. The FMS. That's why I say I'd love to fly it, Dana, and see.
Yeah, 'cause that's gonna be the
Some,
real. That's gonna be the real tiebreaker.
yeah, yeah.
I'm just waiting for you to get a turbine.
I can't stand it, man. I can't do it. I mean, it's too much money, and I'd rather have a lot of different airplanes than to have one. Um, and then you have a problem with that one, and you're down. And they're great. I appreciate them. They're beautiful. I love them. I love watching them fly.
And you'll
Um,
get one. Just give it time.
I don't think so, man. I really just because, like I said, it's just so much money, and my nerves can't handle it. I mean, my nerves are wrecked flying the MiG 29, man. My nerves are wrecked flying any of these that I have for what the money they cost. And, in the grand scheme for what they are, some would say, well, they're not that expensive, but to some, they're very expensive. So
Hmm.
I don't know, man. I can't. I don't know. I just don't think I can enjoy flying something that costs that kind of money.
I'm right
That
there with you.
yeah, one mistake can be the end of a day. And you talk about going home and crying about it. Yeah, I'd go home and cry about it. I got no damn shame in that game. You hear what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's like my friend that flies them says. It's like going to Vegas. When you buy that jet and you get into that aspect of the hobby, you've got to be willing to roll the dice and take a chance every time you fly it that something mechanically can happen or something pilot error can happen
Yep.
to put that plane in the ground. And if you go to Vegas, when you go to Vegas, you're willing to lose thousand, $10,000, $100,000, and come home and not flinch about it.
Right.
And that's kind of the way it is with RC planes, man, of that caliber. You're taking a gamble. You're rolling the dice every time you send that bird up in the air that you're going to get it down in one piece and not have a problem. And if you've got that kind of money that you can toss around, and if you can come home and go, well, damn, I'll just go order another one. Okay, great. I can't do that. And it's not in my budget. And I don't like to have to replace the ones I've got when something happens. So that's just me. So, yeah. But I watch anybody else fly them and film them all day long. You hear what I'm telling you?
Amen to that.
Yeah. But, yeah, and I mean, like I said, I know Brian Phillips has got the DX-18. He likes that one. I don't even know if they've got that anymore. I'm not sure if they do or not.
I don't think so, because I thought it was the 16 to the A-axis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were talking about you earlier, Victor. What's up, buddy? You've been doing some good flying lately too, man. Good onboard videos, as well as your F-14 sweet-looking plane and the MiG, man.
Ooh,
and like I told Victor, like I told Victor in a comment, I think today, as a matter of fact, on my MiG. Thanks to Victor and all of you guys out there, Brendan, Pilot Ryan, all of you guys that do the early flights on these jets, man. I mean, you help all of us that, don't. That's one thing about what we were talking about earlier, Dustin, about the guys over in the UK and stuff not getting their jets as soon. Dude, we've already worked out a lot of the kinks by the time they get to fly theirs, okay? And, all of you guys...
There's your silver lining.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at the positive. So all of you guys out there that have flown yours before I did, you guys taught me a lot, like with the reflex on the wing surfaces and the elevator and things like that. I mean, so I appreciate it. I appreciate seeing you guys. Yeah, granted, I'd love to be the first one to get a video out, but at the end of the day, I learn and I watch you guys, and I think, well, gosh, that's good. That's what I need to know. Where's your CG? Okay, great. I can CG a plane all day long, but it don't mean that's the sweet spot. But if I see you guys fly it with the same batteries and same setup I've got, I feel a whole lot better about it when I do fly it, knowing that I'm not the only one that found that same CG.
Yeah.
So, I appreciate all you guys. Yeah, CRC Air Marshal saying that the IX-20 is the only ticket in town if you want a high channel spectrum transmitter. Right on, babe. And that's why I say, I think if I was going to go with one, that's what I'd go with. Just to say, hey, I'm done. We're at the top of the ladder. Boom. Call it done, What's up, Mr. Reiska? How you doing tonight, buddy?
Thank you. Well, I'm going to have to take a bathroom break right quick.
There's that. We're going to have to get you a damn porta potty or something, man.
Just give me a pan right below my chair. I'll be alright.
Go ahead. Handle your business, man.
Ain't gonna say that twice.
Let's see. What Mr. Dana says, just to clarify, I consider all of you guys my internet brothers. Never worry. I enjoy all of you. If ever offend anyone, I will genuinely tell you. I'm sorry. This community is the best. Thank you. Well, thanks, Dana. I appreciate it, buddy. We try to be. And if we don't see your questions, man, I'm sorry. This thing gets rolling fast. And I mean, we don't even have the crowd that a lot of you guys have. And it still moves fast. And trying to look at this screen and this screen and this screen, I mean, it's just a lot. So, and I know how it feels, Dana. I do, because I'll ask a question to Mary Boozers or Pilot Ryan, and I get it. They're busy and they don't see it all the time. And so I get where you're coming from, man. So please forgive me if we do miss a comment or we miss a question, because I hate to keep looking away from here to here, but it's kind of the way I'm having to do it right now. Bear with us, man. And I tell you guys too, you know, I've been watching Mary Boozer's, those racing cars, man, those are awesome. I mean, especially the fact you can program them, you can change up the speeds, you can change the braking, you can put gas in them, man. I mean, that is like, man, do you guys remember playing with race cars like that as a kid? We thought we had it all. That was before they had video games. And man, we'd race. I mean, gosh, we'd sit for a day and just race, and they'd fly off the track, and you put them back, and we'd work on the cars. I mean, they were only like, what, this big then? And now these things that Wesley's showing are massive. And I mean, look, man, he's got me wanting these things. If I had a room to set up a track and a racetrack and everything like that, I think I can get into that. I mean, because the scale and everything on those is awesome. With the things you can do to them, and you can race, what do you say, up to 6 cars on one track at the time? I mean, that'd be a killer thing. Have your buddies all come over and you're racing these cars on the track, man. I think that would just be awesome. So yeah, I'm digging watching Wesley's videos with all these race cars, man, and the detail on those cars is sweet.
My pants like fit better.
I hear you.
Yeah, these slot car racers, man. They're pretty daggone cool. Brings me back like when I was a kid playing with like Tyco ones. Like, nah.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know, you remember those back in the day? You could only race 2 cars. You know, at the time. Track was like this wide. You know, and now the damn track Wesley's racing on is massive, and the cars are like this long. Man,
there was a hobby shop here in Raleigh. They had like this huge track that was, man, I kid you not, it's probably like 8 lanes big, but you also had like a switch on where your thumb was at, and you could switch lanes at a certain point. You could switch lanes. That was pretty awesome.
Well, that's the thing about these, man. You can pull into the pits with these, gas up, switch lanes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you hadn't watched his latest video on how he programs these cars and everything, you need to watch it, man, because it is awesome. And I mean, it's cool.
Not interrupt you, Brian. We have a rule at Fight Club. That is, friends do not let friends buy from Banana Hobby.
Yeah, and you didn't answer my text, man, so don't answer his question.
Oh, well, since he's here.
Yeah, pull up that beautiful video footage. Yeah, he just come to watch the video. I see how he is.
Flying ace out here, getting ready to take up the
Mr. Brian Brody, guys, pilot in training, doing a fantastic job with the OV10 Bronco from Motion RC, 1400 millimeter, and he is rocking it out.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, I'll tell you something else too. Any of you that have thought about this plane, it is a amazing airplane, great flyer, beautiful, presents well in the air, easy to fly and take off. Just a super nice airplane, guys. I would tell anyone that wants a beautiful plane that presents well to buy this plane and not hesitate.
Oh wow! He took it off like that mall.
Yeah, no doubt, man. That's why I say James commented on that at Motion RC today. He said, I love those straight up vertical takeoffs. I'm like, yeah, right. It's a great flying airplane, man. And I think we've got the timer set to 7 minutes, and he's landing with like 394. I mean, he could probably easily go 8.5 minutes. He's flying 2 HRB 4000s, or either 2 Admiral. No, not Admiral. What are these? Zippy 4000s, but they're only 30C. The HRBs are 60C, and didn't change the CG a lick. Do really well, and you can definitely tell that the HRBs woke it up. Here's Motion RC. What's up, James? How you doing, buddy? We're actually showing the OV10 Bronco, man.
Yeah.
That my buddy's flying here. He's doing a great job with it, James, and just telling everybody what an awesome plane this is. If they were ever thinking about it, don't hesitate. It's a great plane.
Who knows what he'll be flying next?
Oh, is that where James he barely landed his
Thank you.
Nexa? That was a beautiful landing, though. By the way, James, because it's to that point where you're you're right above the grass and you're about to touch down, and it's like, oh, is it gonna do is it gonna do any damage? And it's like time kind of slows down, and it's just like butter
Yeah.
smooth.
But I was like Brian the other day flying this, man. He got ready to set up for a landing. You know, I didn't want to bother him because I'm filming, and he's getting ready to come in for a landing. And I kept thinking, I heard landing flaps come in, and I kept watching the plane, and I never saw his gear come out. And I'm thinking, I didn't want to say nothing because I didn't want to
Right.
start. And I'm thinking, is he gonna put the gear down? And next thing he called it, he's like, oh damn, my gear aren't down. And he kind of starts to ease back, but he didn't panic. And I'm like, don't panic.
Mm-hmm.
But and he did great. But I said, hey man, and I even said it in the video. I think we've all done that, man. I mean, I know I have. I don't know about you guys, but I've thought I was landing with gear down before and didn't flip the switch, and all of a sudden you have that oh crap moment,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to do that quick go around and throw the gear down. But yeah, we've all done it, man. Yeah, but he didn't panic. He did great. He fell right back into the groove. He brought it back up easily, carried it around, put the gear down, and he did a very good job with it, man. And but that is a sweet airplane, guys. And we've actually flown it with the drop tank. It didn't really change a thing. I've actually lit his cockpit up in this thing for him with blue lights, and it lights up the pilot. So that looks really good too. So yeah, it's a great great airplane, and just presents so well in the air. And James did have one thing right. She got a lot of rudder. So I listened to James in his video when he flew it, and I dialed the rudder back to 50%,
Mm-hmm.
and that's still plenty of rudder on this particular airplane. And it's almost one of those planes, kind of like the F7F, where you can give opposite aileron with left or right rudder, if that makes sense to you guys. And if you
Yep.
fly, like, you know what I'm saying. It'll help keep that plane level as you make a turn to give opposite inputs of those different throws. And that's just all getting to know it, and getting to learn that airplane. The F7 is one of those you have to give opposite input. But yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful airplane. And the finish on it, I was amazed to see it firsthand and help him get it together and everything. It's very, very nice. That bird was tripping out.
Hey, Recklin. I don't know, Hamilton. Maybe he will be. I hope he is. Because I'm ready to see it fly.
Yes, I'm waiting on my servos. They're coming, and I'm waiting on the servo programmer. I went ahead and got it.
Oh, you did get it. You'll like that.
Yes. And actually, guys, I just wanted to say that I got my servos and my servo programmer from A Main Hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
Because Horizon Hobby had the servos, but they did not have the programmer. I don't understand. If you're going to sell the servos, sell the damn programmer, guys. Come on.
Right.
I mean, really, come on, So didn't get it there. I went to Servo City. Well, they had the programmer, but they were out of the servos. And so I went to A Main Hobbies. They had everything I needed. I also talked with their customer service in a chat, a guy named David. He was awesome customer service, guys. Got free shipping. So
That's an
A
awesome
Main
landing,
Hobbies.
buddy. Awesome landing, Brad.
Yeah, beautiful landing. I'm very proud of him. That's what I'm talking about.
For sure.
Yes. Look, we joke with each other. He says, I think I like this hobby more than I do. I'm like, yeah, you do. Not.
That's awesome.
funny.
That's awesome, though.
Look at him.
But you got anything else at all?
No, I mean, not unless you wanted to show the a quick view of the F-16 if anybody didn't see it yet. Other than that,
I got you.
yeah, the BVM. Hey, Ray, you would love this BVM, man. If you hadn't seen this Arctic Edition BVM in person, and Nate would love it too, man. It's one of the most beautiful. I don't know. I mean, just to touch it. I mean, it's like wow. I mean, the composite, the detail, the gear, the lights that were recessed into the body. um, yeah. I mean, the video doesn't do it any justice, guys. I mean, um, and the pilot's head turning in the cockpit was just everything. Um, it's just an awesome, awesome jet, guys. Everything about it. Yeah, Hamilton, I looked at Horizon Hobby, man. They didn't have the servo programmer. They weren't even on their website that I could find.
Right.
It's kind of disappointing because I got the big one that High Tech puts out. Just Plain Crazy, Brendan has. Which, I mean, I'm glad to have it because now I can program any of the servos I get like that. But yeah, man. But I mean, look at this thing, guys. It's like I said,
It's nuts. But
yeah,
it's so
6
neat. My OCD is very pleased.
Oh yeah, well I tried to get good shots of the interior there, so everybody can see how it's laid out. The wingspan, like I said, guys, is 64 inches from tip to tip, and then it's 96 inches long from the tip of the nose to the end of the plane. It's magic, and that is a King Tech turbine, George, and it's like a 210. I called it out in the video, and Barron was saying that it's actually a little much for the jet, but he'd rather have that for super verticals, things like that. So yeah, it's just beautifully done. But you know, like I said, the video cannot express the finish of this airplane. Yes, a King Tech 210 with 46 pounds of thrust. That's a lot.
Has he weighed the plane yet?
Has he what?
Weighed the plane.
I'm sure he has. It's heavy. I mean, I picked it up the other day to help him move it so he could do something, and I mean, it feels heavy, but that turbine that he's got in there is more than ample, and so yeah, it's not a problem. But gosh, it's just, I mean, the rivet details on this thing, everything about it. The LED lights under the landing gear down here, the little lights that are on the struts, as you can see, the linkages, the carbon horns on this thing. I mean, every detail is just, it's just hard to explain. I mean, you know, the brakes. I would imagine that this jet, I don't know the actual retail on it. He bought it used. And
I don't want to know what the retail is on it.
I'm guessing probably between $10,000 and $12,000. I don't know.
Every bit of it, probably.
But he bought it secondhand, and I know Brian, he normally buys things at like 50 cents on the dollar.
Right.
So he probably got it for half the retail price. And it looks brand new. It looks like it's never been flown. But when you see the pilot, I think the pilot in this thing's over $100.
Good Lord.
And then the pilot moves his head because he has to plug him in and everything. And when he moves the rudder on the plane, the pilot turns his head. That's cool as crap, man. Tara says she wants to see baby girl pimp ride. the Lamborghini. What's up, Captain Photon? Ranger, what's happening, baby?
What's up, Photon?
Barry White. Barry White. Now Brian Brody gonna be like, thank you. The Ace, what's up, buddy? I hear you, man. You doing good, buddy? Doing good. I tell you what, man, Brian is you've met Brian that's working on this plane now, man. He's an amazing pilot, man. You guys ought to see him fly the F-14 by Free Wing. he rocks it out. He'll sweep that wing in a heartbeat. He got no shame and no fear in it, man. And he's an awesome pilot, guys. And he was national helicopter champion at one time. And it's been several years back before he really got into jets and things like that. But yeah, the man, he can fly anything. And he's made several planes for me that I built. And once he gets it made and dialed in, then I got no problem with it. But he's good at what he does, and he's one of my true, what I call hero instructors, man. I take everything he says to heart and listen to him and learn from him every time I'm around him. That's for sure. Super nice guy. Yeah, that is an expensive blow dryer. What's up, Deuces? How you doing, buddy? And it'll cook your eggs at the same time, man. Yes, sir. 46 pounds of thrust, man. I got a heater here in the garage that puts out the, it'll put out some air too. You need to wake your ass up. There's the pilot. See the pilot, man?
I've seen this one before.
Okay, well I just
My 10 a.m. is starting to, dude, 15 minutes. I've been up for 24 hours.
Yeah. Tell you what, man, long day, bud.
Hopefully I sleep good tonight. That's what I'm hoping.
A fat baby.
The warriors of milk.
Milk.
Yeah, I'm saying, at this point, it's when I was like, alright, he's about to take off. Here we go. Captain Arctic.
Harper, man, you love this jet, man. It's sweet, buddy. It's right up your alley right here, man.
Like, oh yeah, here we go, here we go.
Hey, like I said, man, Brian's the type of guy, he don't fly nothing until he's got it tested, tuned, dialed in, range checked, the whole 9 yards. I wish I had something to light you up. Need to get you a coffee.
Nah, I'm about to go to bed.
What I'm saying, man.
Nah, coffee, I'd be sitting here like wide open and really crash.
Once he runs down the runway one time, we'll stop this one and let all these guys go. We'll let you go night.
Aww.
Oh, look at him.
See, I'm like, all right, cool. We better do the damn thing. Let's roll it out. Tom Cruise, who? I don't know that girl.
Sure. I tell you what, man. Like I said, if he'd had the flaperons kicked in on this jet, she would have come off the ground because it was ready. It was ready to go.
You should have just reached over his shoulder and pulled his elevator down.
And
Popped him in the air. He has no choice at that point.
Yeah, pull back on the elevator. It's out of here. Yeah, I see Rich just put up the FMS 1700 millimeter.
Mm-hmm. I'll watch that tomorrow.
Love the smell of that.
There he goes, man. It's ready. Look at there, boy. See all the fire ant hills. You can tell the grass hadn't been cut when it's kicking up fire ant hills like that. And it just sounds good, I'm telling you. It sounds
amazing.
Yeah. And with it echoing off the woods and stuff back over there when he would turn around, it's like, wow. Yeah. That's one of the bigger jets that I've seen.
Brakes work good.
Yeah, George, if you ain't careful, she's got a tendency to want to bobble on you, and that's where you can mess up real quick, because if that jet it's an F-16, so if it starts to do this, you can get in a mess quick.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So, all right, boo. You can cut it, man, and we'll let these guys and let you go get your beauty rest, because you damn sure need it.
Damn sure, straight.
But I appreciate all you guys coming out tonight, and appreciate you supporting the channel. Appreciate you supporting me and your prayers, guys. and thinking about me with everything that's been going on in my family, my son. Um, as I said, it's been a rough week, but we're trying to get back to normal, and you guys have all helped do that with your support and your thoughts and prayers. Thank you so much for supporting my friend Brian with his OV10. It makes him feel really good that you guys support him. And I love the feedback you guys give, so thank you for that. And I just appreciate all you guys coming out. And what's up, Wreck and Roy? Glad to have you here, buddy. And just enjoy hanging with you guys. So thank you for another wonderful Tuesday night here on Flight Club. Dustin, what you got,
Hey,
man?
I appreciate you guys hanging out with us as always and understanding the situation last week. I know it was kind of abrupt. Me and Jeff talked about it for a good bit. Um, yeah, that's really all I got, guys. Just everybody be safe, be smart, and yeah, I mean that's really it, man. Just short and sweet.
You guys check out all your buddies tomorrow night, Mr. GB Linden, Hump Day RC, and Thursday night. Please tune in to Kenny Hangar 51. Watch his show, guys, because Kenny's he's got a big heart, guys, and he's just a super nice guy, and he really thinks a lot of all you guys. And then Friday night, Mr. Dave's RC. I think Friday night is Dave's giveaway, guys, so don't forget. I might win again. What can I say?
If we win, we're gonna recount that mess. Should we show them the? They'll probably like this.
What you got?
Hold your horses.
Amen, George. That's right, buddy. Yes, sir.
Here we go. YouTube. Where's my window, yo? Okay, here we go. So for those that didn't know, maybe you guys have seen it, maybe you haven't. Cause I don't have a good. Here we go. Now we're cooking with lead.
Check out Abby's new ride, an Lambo Aventador. Check her out because she may be on VinWiki here later with Ed Bullion. And if you're asking yourself, Dustin, is it stock? Hell no.
Photon said if I win, he'll quit YouTube.
But
Man, I wouldn't
remember
want
the late
that.
90s when Lambo doors was the fad?
Oh, there's that sweet ride.
Dude, this is RC controlled, so
This thing is
I
so
basically
cool.
drive it, and she just sits in it
It's
right
also
now.
got an
Yeah,
RC
yeah, now
control
we know
so I
why
can control-
Dustin got
I can
it,
drive
right?
it. She can just sit in it and take it for a ride. It's
Yeah.
also got a
That thing is, man,
radio.
dude,
I
you
can't
realize
play
what
it
we've done with
while
kids with this?
Bluetooth.
I mean, my God, look at the doors on his. I mean, that is too cool,
A
man.
friend of mine sent me one that they've got a semi truck,
Yeah.
but it's not radio controlled. If it was radio controlled, I probably would have bought the daggone thing.
Damn, that's cool.
And then
So
I-
where did you get this, Dustin?
Amazon, and then I put the LED lights underneath here, and so they will beat to the music.
Oh man.
So this is her.
That is too cool, man. Damn, I love it. But did you ever do anything about that lowering it down any, man? You said you were going to
Not
slam
yet, man, because she's having so much fun with it.
Yeah. Hey, look, we had one vehicle. My son rode the damn. We had to get new wheels for it because they got flat spots and holes in them, man.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yeah, Kenny, that's what you need, man. You need to get you one of those, man.
For sure.
That is pimped out faux show. That is too cool, man. love
It
it.
was 250, and it's a 12.
That's
It's
all?
a 12 volt, yeah. And the radio
Right.
control, you has like 3 settings you could set to for speed.
250 for that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the LEDs were like $15. I had it all. I had it all done. It took me longer to wire it up because I had to find the wire so when you switch the headlights on, it would switch
Yeah.
on the LEDs. It took me longer to find that than it did to like basically install the to install the LEDs, which are basically just like stick on.
Damn,
That was pretty
that is
sweet.
too cool, man. That's a killer deal for that kind of money, man. My son's
Mhm.
Jeep was like $400 and some dollars.
Dude, they've got like a Bugatti, they've got Ferrari. No, they don't got a Ferrari. They got a Bugatti, they've got Mercedes. I
Man, that's
mean,
like
and there's like there's YouTube channels that are devoted just to this, which
wow,
is pretty wild.
damn, that's cool, man.
But I'm like, I don't need another hobby, but this is fun.
Yeah, that is cool, man.
So I'm waiting
Hey,
for her to
that's
get
the good thing about having a kid. You get to be a kid again, you know?
yeah. So I'm waiting for her to be a little bit older, and then I want to take one of my 24-volt packs and plug a assembly gun in
Yeah.
there and just let it rip.
Should be smoking the tires on that thing then,
Yeah,
man.
like, and the thing is like the actual tires, the center sections of them is actual rubber. It's like a rubber band that's around it, so you can get good
tough.
traction.
You
I had
know,
her,
get it
dude.
power
I
brake.
drove her in the ditch, and it came out the other side. The wife's
Damn.
like, "Why does it get stuck?" I'm like, "Just get out there and back it out." But
Damn.
it's pretty cool.
That is too cool, man. Get her power braking that thing.
Yeah, because the thing was, wife was like, "Let's get her a 6-volt." I'm like, "No, we're gonna get her a 12-volt, radio controlled. I'll play with it and drive her around. We can drive her around, and then she can drive it herself."
That is too cool, man. That is sweet. Love it.
But yeah, guys, I figured you guys might enjoy that. I haven't seen that, but yeah, guys, that's it for tonight. Thanks again for you guys hanging out with us. I hope everybody has a good week, good rest of the week, and a good weekend. And of course, check each other's show out for the rest of this week. And we'll catch you guys next time here on Flight Club.
Thank you.
See y'all.
See you.